Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you made a great morning this morning. It is Friday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Cheers, everyone. I want to continue my vinyl collection from A to Z. This time starting off with F and featuring one of my favorite bands, Foghat. I only have, I think, 8 albums of theirs, but I wanted to make it solely their day to day. An amazing English rock band, formed way back in 1971 from London. Slide guitar work, man. Hard rock, blues rock, boogie rock for sure. These guys are so good. 8 gold records, 1 platinum, 1 double platinum album. Still active today, still going on, but they're under a different lineup, of course. But they began with an amazing lineup of Dave Pavarette on vocals and rhythm guitar, Rod Price on such great slide work and lead guitar, Tony Stevens on bass, and Roger Earl on drums. Their debut album, 1972 release. It's on the Bearsville label. This is a really great album. Really, really good. It's I would call it more of a blues album myself, blues rock album than their typical, slow ride, Fool for the City, that type of thing. But this one also features Todd Rundgren on the piano on one of the tracks. They do a great cover of I Want to Make Love to You by Willie Dixon, Maybelline by Chuck Berry. I love Trouble Trouble, so good. Sarah Lee, one of my favorites off the album. Very southern rock sounding as well. These guys have some southern rock in there and some influences, I think. Again, based on the slide guitar work. And Highway Killing Me is so good. But what a great debut album by these guys. Simply titled Foghat, and I love it. I don't have their second, but I do have Energized, their third. Okay. Again, on that Bearsville label. Energized, the third album by Foghat, as I said, 1973 release. They do a great cover of Honey Hush by Joe Turner. And it starts off with the Train Kept a Rollin' sound, done famously by Aerosmith. And they also do That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly. And Golden Arrow, Rockin' Track, Nothing I Want to Do. Again, another rockin' track off of this one. So great album, Energized. Sorry for the glare. That's their third. I've got 2 copies of their fourth, Rock and Roll Outlaw. I don't know how I ended up. I think I just forgot that I had 1 copy and bought it. But this is a great album as well. Rock and Roll Outlaw, 1974 release. Hate to See You Go, heavy rocker. Another great, awesome track. Acoustic track, Trouble in My Way. Of course, the title track just is a cool Rock and Roll Outlaw. What a great track that is. Blue Spruce Woman, another fine track. You got 8 Days on the Road, Hate to See You Go, Dreamer, Trouble in My Way, Rock and Roll Outlaw, Shirley Jean, Blue Spruce Woman, and Chateau Lafitte, 1959 Boogie by Foghat. This wasn't their playing. They just threw their name on that, apparently. But yeah, love that album. Love that album. Probably their most commercially successful album. Fool for the City. More radio friendly, with a couple of big hits off of this one. Their 5th album, 1975 release. Of course, the huge hit Slow Ride. And the title track as well, Fool for the City. 2 big radio hits. This is a final album. Sorry, the first album without bassist Tony Stevens. The producer Nick Jameson actually stepped in and played bass and keyboards on this one. and they would eventually get a guy named Craig McGregor on bass to replace Tony Stevens. But I love the title track as well, "Fool for the City." Just a classic track. Um, My Baby Rocks, of course, slow ride, heavy blues slide of Terraplane Blues, one of their better tracks for sure. Again, the blues work and the slide work that these guys do. There's fishing in a fishing in a sewer. But yeah, what a great album this one is. Probably the most commercially successful album. "Fool for the City." You've got Night Shift. This is their 6th album by the band. Still on that Bearsville label. Okay. They did right with Bearsville for sure. And hit number 76, number 36 on the Billboard's 200. I love the title track. Such a great track. "Take Me to the River," another rockin' track. Great opening track, and "Drive and Wheel." And there's a cool ballad, I'll Be Standing By. Just remarkable stuff. These guys on a lot of their albums ended with some cool stuff, but you got "Drive and Wheel," I'll Be Standing By, "Running the Midnight Oil," "Take Me to the River," "Hot Shot Love," and "No Place to Call Home," and "Don't Run Me Down." And yeah, these guys rocked for sure. Their next album, I'm missing. I have Foghat Live on CD, which is kind of between the one I just showed you, Night Shift, and their next album, Stone Blue. Foghat Live is a great album, but it's on CD, so I'm just showing vinyl right now. But it's a great live album. If you can find it, pick it up for sure. I highly recommend it. Stone Blue, their 7th album. Again, still on that Bearsville label. Stone Blue, they do a great cover of Robert Johnson's "Sweet Home Chicago," and Elmore James's "It Hurts Me Too Much." But you got the opening track, "Love Easy Money." Another Stone Blue, the great opening track of Stone Blue. "Love Easy Money," another Southern rock sounding track. These guys I'm pretty sure they had Southern rock influences, because a lot of some of their rockin' tracks have that Southern rock style to them. Another great ballad at the end of this one, "Stay With Me." Just a fantastic album, Stone Blue. Then we have their 8th album, "Boogie Motel." Okay. Cool cover on that one. Boogie Motel, their 8th album, 1979 release. Another fine album by the band. The title track, "Boogie Motel," is really good. You've got "Nervous Release," great way to end the album. Another driving track. So they got bookends. And "Someone's Been Sleeping in My Bed," "Third Time Lucky," "Coming Down with Love," "Paradise Alley," "Boogie Motel," "Love in Motion," and "Nervous Release." Side 2 is fantastic. I prefer that over side 1. Only 3 tracks on side 2 though, but great album. "Boogie Motel." Probably my least favorite, I guess, if you call it that, is their 9th album, "Tight Shoes." 1980 release, and we're getting into the 80s. It's an 80s sounding album, and it's not that boogie rock, hard rock and hard edged sound that you think of Foghat when you hear them. Um, it's more mellow. Um, again, all 80s sounding. Production, maybe it's the production of the album. I'm not sure. But it seems to be my least favorite of all the albums. Um, Gone is the boogie rock, as I wrote down here. Gone is the boogie rock on this one. Not really any highlights to talk about on that one, but still, as I try to be a completist, it's part of my collection. So, Tight Shoes, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm glad I have it in my collection for sure. And finally, the only one I have left to show you, and there's more to come. There's another 10 releases to get. This one is In the Mood for Something Rude. 1982 release, but it gets back to the Foghat that you know. It's maybe because all 8 tracks were written by outside writers. I'm not sure if that has something to do with it, but there's some boogie rock on here for sure. And you got Love Rustler, Bussin' Up or Bussin' Out, Slipped, Tripped, Fell in Love, Ain't Living Long Like This, There Ain't No Man That Can't Be Caught, Take This Heart of Mine, Back for a Taste of Your Love, and I Do Just What I Want. But again, not a bad album at all. This is their 11th, In the Mood for Something Rude. Again, back to that. Even though it has a bit of an 80s sound to it, it's back to the original Foghat stuff. But again, I still have 10 releases to get. Some live tracks that I don't have in my collection. Again, they're still going strong today, but under a different lineup. But if I find them, I'll definitely pick them up. But I'm happy with what I have, and quite satisfied with this amazing band, Foghat. Boogie rock at its best, at its finest, and again, one of my favorites. So there you have it, guys. There's the beginning of F's under my A to Z, my vinyl collection, and I'll be back in a couple of days with continuation of the F's. Have a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.